Day 4 of the 1990 U.S. Open, and on Stadium Court, the 4th seed, Andre Agassi, against Petr Korda. We welcome all of you just joining us. A look at Andre Agassi. Let's go to Barry McKay, Ted Robinson, and Vitas Gerulaitis.
And here on Stadium Court, Bill, we're in the first game of the match. The left-handed Czech Petr Korda serving to Andre Agassi, who is again chosen to illuminate Stadium Court this evening. I know one thing, the planes will have no trouble finding the stadium tonight. And Petr Korda makes a pretty good statement, starting off by holding his serve. Andre Agassi to serve for the first time on Stadium Court. His rank number 4, his best win this year at Key Biscayne.
Played awfully well down there. Beat Stefan Edberg, and that was before Edberg won Wimbledon, of course.
Now the left-hander Petr Korda from Czechoslovakia. Again, not a bad player, ranked 33rd.
He's very tough. He proved it at Davis Cup when he beat Brad Gilbert, and he's good under pressure. He hasn't been overawed by the crowd or by Andre Agassi after looking at that first service game.
There you see Petr Korda opening up with a big forehand. As you mentioned, Vitas, he is not awed by the situation at all. He looks loose, he looks confident, and I think we're going to have a match on our hands here.
Judging by the scouting reports, we could have tennis's answer to home run derby here tonight.
Oh!
2 sluggers going at it.
I was about to say that this kid's a shot maker.
He has just knocked off 2 fantastic forehands. That's a big weapon.
Well, Petr Korda breaks and is off to the early lead. He was an outstanding junior player, particularly in doubles. He teamed with Cyril Suk, the brother of Helena Sukova. That is one of the world's best junior double team.
Oh.
Agassi thought the ball was long, but there will be no overrule.
I would have to agree with Andre Agassi on that one. It's just that he had hit it so hard and so quick. I don't think the lady was prepared for that.
There is Nick Bollettieri. Just slightly concerned here early in the going.
A little tense.
Ooh.
That's one way to answer and get yourself right back into the match. I can hit the ball just as hard as you can. Get a good look at that early preparation, and it just bangs it up the line off a good first serve. This is going to be a home run derby before the night's over.
And you can sense the New Yorkers love this. They like seeing people wail on the ball.
Actually, this kid has a little bit of the excitement, even though he doesn't have the same style of play at all. But when Jimmy Connors, his style of play, the shot making, you know, the big booming shots, this kid's a shot maker.
let's look at the scouting report here on Agassi.
Well, obviously, that's a big weapon, that forehand. And I think that he plays most shots aggressively. He likes to play inside the baseline. That's why we say aggressive play. And obviously, in big Grand Slam tournaments, he's done extremely well. I think one of the mistakes Korda does not want to make, Vitas, is to start trying to outslug Agassi. However, he does have big shots, but he got to use them at the right time.
Although I think that's pretty much his style of plays. I think if there's a weakness is that he can be inconsistent, but he can hit well off both sides. Serves well.
I guess what I'm saying is avoid the long rallies with Agassi, because it looks to me like he is a shot maker, and he's not going to be out there in too many long rallies with those kind of shots.
Break point. Break is back, so we're on serve in the first set. On Stadium Court, Andre Agassi in his second round match against Petr Korda of Czechoslovakia. The players have never met before, and they've already exchanged service breaks.
Korda's going to have a look at that ball now.
Petr Korda has a good left-handed serve. He's good off the ground, and he's a streaky player. And we mentioned earlier on, if he does have a weakness, it's in concentration.
He just disposed of a ball, handing it to the umpire. Petr Korda has played in all 4 of the Grand Slam events this year. He hasn't had much success in them. Lost in the second round at the Australian to Henri Lecomte, second round at the French to Magnus Gustafsson, and lost in the first round at Wimbledon to Gilad Bloom.
They talk about using all the court. Watch this now as Agassi on the full run slices under the one-handed backhand there. Good footwork. He's on the full run to the other side, gets his racket on it, but talk about being out of court.
I think sneaking in on Andre Agassi will be a good play for Petr Korda to use in this match. As you said, Barry, he doesn't want to give Andre a chance to really get into a groove.
I think Agassi gets better as the rallies go on, kind of like Borg used to do, Vitas, and you recall a few of those rallies.
You don't have to remind me. I have nightmares still.
What did I just say about rallies?
I don't think we know what to expect from Petr Korda. You know, we thought he should shorten down the rallies. Here he has a long rally with Andre Agassi. Then all of a sudden, boom with the backhand. Change of speed.
Deuce.
used to find it very difficult to find a rhythm against players like Petr Korda. Ones that can slap balls away from winners and then be a little inconsistent, miss shots that normally that they would make.
Oh, it's 2-all now in the set. Mentioned that Korda has played in all 4 of the Grand Slams this year, and for Agassi, just his second. He played, of course, and played well at the French, got to the finals where he lost to Gomez. Did not play the Australian or Wimbledon.
And those Where's Andre t-shirts are becoming more and more popular over there at the All England Club. They pop up all over the place. People wondering where Agassi is every year when Wimbledon's on.
Well, some people collect mileage coupons and some people don't. I don't know.
15 all.
But most people in the sport and the players seem to think that Agassi would only benefit by playing Wimbledon.
I think eventually he's going to come around and see that he has to start playing Wimbledon to really get the respect of the #1 spot. And the longer he waits, the tougher he's going to make it on himself.
Oh, yes. Good deception there off the forehand. Agassi normally would have gone cross court with that shot.
Boy, Agassi hits the ball so deep.
You know, and there's no reason when you watch somebody like Agassi return the ball that he cannot learn to play on grass, because that's a big part of grass court play. People talk about you have to have a big serve and volley. That's not necessarily so after watching Borg win 5 Wimbledons.
And as you mentioned the other night, to be regarded as one of the best, you cannot pick your surfaces. You must play where the tournaments and the championships are.
Well, I don't think Andre is purposely ducking these events. I just think he has some sort of game plan in mind. I just think that's not the game plan that I would be choosing if I was trying to develop. But he is very young and he's got plenty of time, so.
Korda now giving that lineswoman on the baseline some encouragement for that last call.
40-30.
Oh, he's got to be kidding. He went after that forehand like I have never seen. He really went for that fetus. I'm not sure this guy knows what he's going to do as the ball approaches.
He may not know where he is. That's what I'm worried about. He certainly is not overawed by the circumstances around him. A full stadium here in Flushing Meadows, playing against a #4 player.
Oh, break point here.
First serve.
Korda saves the break point.
Won that with that big forehand into the corner. He really drilled it. Really mixes it up. That time there was an off-speed serve. The other time he tries to bomb it. I agree with you, Barry. He himself may not know exactly what he's doing when he's out there. It's just when it comes there, he makes a split-second decision and just pops it.
A lot of instinct in those ground strokes. He just goes for what goes to him.
And Korda winds up holding. We're on serve in the first set. Stadium court at the U.S. Open. Andre Agassi at night. Petr Korda, a rail-thin Czechoslovakian. Just 145 pounds on a 6'3" frame.
Long.
Fooled a little bit by the pace of Korda's backhand. And that could be a little bit of just getting adjusted to the night play. Some players have a little problem picking up the ball at night.
And also, Vitas, Agassi stays so tight on that baseline that he is going to have to pick up a lot of almost like half volleys from the baseline. Dangerous shot. Yes.
A great doubles play of Korda showing there.
That shot looked a little bit reminiscent of John McEnroe, where he just pushed the ball straight up the line, attacked it, and put the volley away. Very short swing, but used the pace off of Agassi's serve.
As Petr Korda just eats up that speed of Agassi's. He loves the pace.
The way these guys are swinging the racket, I feel the breeze up here.
Petr Korda plays outstanding doubles now with Goran Ivanisevic. They were finalists at the French Open.
Oh.
There are some punishing shots being delivered on Stadium Court.
And Korda tries to come in behind this return of serve, and Agassi sees the opening and goes for it. One thing about Agassi's passing shots, when he lines them up, he does not change his mind very often. He goes for the shot that he lines up.
And I like that type of strategy. Once you pick a spot and you hit your best shot, don't let the guy try to give you the fake at the net. Because it's when you change your mind at the last minute is when you make the mistakes.
Korda is not an easy player to pass. He's got good motion up there. We've already seen it. Good court coverage and net coverage.
But one thing, Barry, I think that he is getting into a slugfest. That's the problem with Petr Korda, I think, right now. It is 3-all, but if he gets lulled into Agassi's game.
Here's a look at the Petr Korda forehand. Now watch this big swing, a roundhouse kind of swing, way back with the racket. And look at the feet, both off the ground as he comes into the ball. He kind of leaps at that ball.
Well, with Miloslav Bečer injured now, he's the top Czech singles player. And his second double fault gives Agassi 2 break points.
Little example of what doubles practice could do for you. This kid knows how to handle tough shots at the net. Gets down low and just punches it into the open court. That was not that easy of a return.
Agassi gets the break and has the lead in the first set. Agassi serving up a break in the first set. Sometimes on television, you feel compelled to identify the players. Not necessary here, but hey, look what's interesting. And a lot of people don't realize that Agassi did play once at Wimbledon.
That was his lone appearance back in 1987.
15-all.
Knocked out in the first round.
Maybe that's why.
Lost in the first and said, "See you later, guys. I don't think I'm coming back here for a while."
13-15.
Agassi making one of his rare appearances so far up at the net. He hit a good approach shot there. He definitely can volley, but he does not have to hit too many volleys normally.
First time to net in the match. Well, it's now 5-3 Agassi in the first set.
Agassi leads 5-3.
You know, it's funny, you talk about playing in Wimbledon. Would he be allowed into the All England club wearing that?
I think one of the problems is that Nike would have trouble making a suitable outfit for him to get into the club.
That one would not fly at the All England Lawn Tennis and Croquet Club,
I could
can
just
tell
see
you.
those gentlemen on the balcony there with their pimps.
Having trouble swallowing?
I can hear him saying over there, "I say, who's that bloke in the colored outfit?" Having a few knock-ups out there.
Oh. I think it would be stronger than that.
Will be playing on the United States Davis Cup team. We just saw Tom Gorman before this match started down there, and I'm sure he is watching with interest here because that is going to be a tough match over there against the Austrians in September.
On clay against Buster, probably Scott, but we don't know. There is some injury to the number 2 player.
Nicely done by Korda. And he holds serve. We'll come back with Agassi serving for the first set. Andre Agassi to serve for the first set. Mentioned that there were some prominent people here to watch Steffi Graf warm up today, and they're here watching tennis.
pretty good athlete there, Wayne Gretzky, and his wife, Janet Jones.
Tough one because there were people walking behind Agassi there. Korda motioned up, and so Andre had to wait for that second serve. Double faulted, big point.
Well, I remember several years ago, if you hit a ball out of the stadium, even accidentally like that, it would have been a fine.
Korda.
Watch this clean winner now by Korda. He gets the ball in play here, but Agassi leaves a lot of room up the line, and Korda sees it and goes for it.
And he goes for it one more time.
And some emotion. He's not a stoic European, and Agassi has the set taken from him right for now.
If you've had good results in Davis Cup, and Barry will back me up on this, you know how tough and pressure-filled Davis Cup play can be when you're playing for your own country. You know the kid has not been overawed by the whole scene here. And, you know, Agassi has conducted quite a show here so far. But this has been an entertaining set of tennis.
Talk about hard hitting. Watch this forehand return from Agassi. Now the ball bounces nice and high for him, but he was out in front of that return and really nailed it.
And when they're going for shots, you know, they're not being timid about where they're hitting it on the court. I mean, they're trying to clean off lines.
Ladies and gentlemen, no flash photography, thank you.
Korda complaining about some flash photography.
Korda showing in this set. He loses the break back, and Agassi will have another chance. On the grandstand, Jay Berger at a set each with Johan Carlsen, but Berger closing in on the third set. On Stadium Court, well, we've seen some different tennis from what many folks might remember of U.S. Opens in the past. Agassi serving here at love 15 for the set. What do Eddie Dibbs and Harold Solomon think about tonight as they watch this?
Yeah, those two guys never hit this many big shots in their entire careers.
They'll still be in the warm-up.
15 all.
Agassi served at 5-4 and was broken. Now serving at 6-5.
Agassi opens up here with a clean ace. Watch the motion now. He really leans into this ball and hits it very flat. And Vitas, I think that's the area where Agassi has improved. His first serve is now a weapon at times when he plays. Saves him a lot of energy.
seems to have a lot of energy to burn. Agassi setting up for that backhand. Love that early preparation. He's down low to the ball. Doesn't jump as much as Petr Korda. Stays center of gravity is much lower. Hits through the ball.
Had a good first set. And the crowd responding. They saw some entertaining tennis, but Agassi prevails 7-5.
Well, I'll tell you, the crowd is electric tonight. There's an atmosphere here. But you tune in tomorrow night, and Vitas Gerulaitis promises you that there will not be an empty seat in the house here on USA when McEnroe meets Chesnikov.
Seats, please, in the back of the court.
Goes down.
Watch it one more time now as Korda comes in, starts to lose his footing, and then tries to change directions. And he actually slid. Looked like he was on clay there momentarily.
That 6'3" frame just kind of went everywhere on that little slide there.
Well disguised drop shot though. He started to swing and then just came under the ball. That is Phil Agassi, and of course Nick Bollettieri, who we've already shown you, seeming a bit more relaxed now.
Hint of a smile there. Well, we know Petr Korda can hit every shot. It's just a question of him stringing a couple of them together.
Wait, please.
To really put Andre Agassi into any kind of trouble. Good touch for somebody that's a big hitter.
And a big man.
Looks like he's going to set up for that big forehand, and he just comes underneath the racket. The disguise, the deception was perfect on that one.
You know, we've talked about Agassi taking the ball early and hitting it off half volleys from the baseline. Korda, in his own way, does a lot of the same thing. He is really up on top of those shots, loves to move in on the ball.
Well, Agassi had 2 break points, and now it has gone to Korda's advantage. Yes.
Serve and volley now from Korda, but right in here is where he gets in trouble. Watch how he plays this ball right here. Backs up, takes it on the half volley. That's what lost him the point right there.
The cardinal rule when you're volleying, you got your opponent in trouble, you hit behind him, and he hits a floater, you never let the ball drop. Get as close as you can to the net and try to knock it off. He made no mistake at the net that time.
Fans really appreciate the aggressiveness with which Korda, the underdog in the match, is attacking. Oh, and he wins the game with an ace, saved 2 break points.
First game, second set.
We were talking about the aggressiveness Ted mentioned of this player, and he just winds up, and he's very lanky at 6'3", and he shows a little bit of that emotion, and that's what the New Yorkers like to see.
This kid has played some great tennis out here. This has been a tough match so far as we look at the first set statistics. Pretty close, actually. Agassi serving slightly better, but there's one of the key things. Look at the very bottom there. Agassi has only been into net 1 time, wins that point, so he has been winning all of his points from the backcourt.
And he's also won all of his points at the net. Even though it was 1 volley.
I suppose he could say that, Vitas. At the end of the match, he goes in 3 times, once a set, and he says, I had a lot of success up there at net tonight. Didn't lose a point.
The one player that gave Agassi so much trouble here last year was Jimmy Connors. And the way Korda approaches the game, is there similarity?
That's what I was trying to make the analogy before, is he has that aggressive style. He gets pumped up a lot like Jimmy, and I think he likes this kind of atmosphere.
Yes.
But then the analogy does stop at a certain point. Whereas Jimmy Connors
When
is
racket meets ball.
quite a champion.
Yeah.
And I know that the crowds here in New York miss him this year.
14-15.
Well, Jimmy's found out that life up here isn't too bad, huh?
He did, I think, a very good job this summer. Doing some television work.
Oh, Agassi holds his serve, and it's 1-all in the second set. We had another busy day of tennis here, and a major surprise, a peer of Agassi and a longtime rival of his, Jim Courier. The 14th seed was knocked out by Gary Mueller of South Africa in 4 sets.
Don't know what to expect from this kid. I mean, that first shot was a full swing topspin drive from the middle of the court in the air, then a clean winner up the line, then a big serve. And then he's got, that's a lot of variety, Barry. the other thing, Barry, you know, when you just meet somebody for the very first time, we'll just take a look at the replay. They're exchanging angles, and now once he sees that open court, he goes for his shot. And he is not afraid to pull the court on his shots.
Well, Korda has held his serve again.
Korda leads 2-1.
Out on the grandstand court of the U.S. Open, Jay Berger has come back after dropping the first set to Johan Carlsen. They've just started the fourth set. Some other scores to update you on from today here on day 4 of the U.S. Open. Out on the stadium court this afternoon, Boris Becker in straight sets over Yannick Noah. The 8th seed, Brad Gilbert, is through to the 3rd round as he beats Rick Leach in 3 sets. Michael Chang, the 11th seed, over Jimmy Arias, the American, 26 years old. Michael Chang, who's made it to the round of 16, the last 2 U.S. Opens. Jim Courier, the 14th seed, was upset today by Gary Muller of South Africa. So Jim Courier is gone, the 4th of the men's seed to lose here at the Open so far. And Derek Cristano is out. Cristiano Karate beat him. Back out to the stadium court now. Let's pick up the match.
Thank you, Bill. Well, John McEnroe's got to be pleased to hear Derek Cristano's out. And it'll be McEnroe twice this year, including Wimbledon. Right now, it's Agassi serving at 30 love.
Oh, yes.
You know, Agassi's got to be scratching his head just a little bit. You know, whenever you play somebody for the first time, you ask some of the players, how does a player play, and try to get the book on him and an idea. But he's I'm sure dumbfounded. There's no rhythm whatsoever to this match. I mean, the kid shanked one that hit the the service line in front of him, then hits a clean winner on the very next ball.
But Agassi holds for 2-all in the second set.
2-all.
What is that on Andre's left leg? Is that a little brace, or is that just a piece of jewelry?
That's part of the design.
That's part of the camouflage.
Oh, I see. It's part. I see. Part of the camouflage.
Right.
Hey, he must have heard you, Ted. He said, have a good look.
I know one thing. When his tennis days are over, you can wear that and go out in direct traffic.
Love Dean.
Watch it again right from behind here as Korda just takes that big topspin forehand, leaps into it a little bit, sees his opportunity, and then waits for Agassi right there to make his move and hits it behind him.
Good footwork there. Sidestepped up to the ball. I was just afraid that he was going to try to take that in the air again and take a full swing topspin forehand. I've seen John McEnroe do that a few times, but
15-13.
got a very straightforward motion on the serve. That was about as flat as you can hit it, too. He really varies it extremely well. Tell you the one shot we have not seen Agassi try much tonight, and that's the drop shot. He just hasn't even had time to think about that one so far. Huge crowd out here.
What a great evening for tennis. And Korda with an ace, his fourth. Holds his serve again. On serve in the second set of what has been a very pleasing match to watch for tennis fans. We've spoken at this tournament much about how in early rounds you always wind up getting at least one challenge, and this appears to be the challenge for Agassi.
If you enjoy shot making, you will not be disappointed after this match. That time Petr Korda just ran around the serve and drilled the ball off his forehand up the line.
Korda thought he had a clean winner there, and he does. It's 40 love. Let's watch it one more time now as he lunges into this topspin backhand.
Big point, but he still will have two. Agassi had 2 break points in the first game of this set. He let them go, and Korda regained some balance after that.
Some of these points are going by so fast, it's kind of getting tough to keep the score.
But Leo Levin never fails.
And Korda looked like he was way off court that time. Watch it now as Agassi has him right here, right where he wants him. Hits a deep two-hander, and Korda goes over and knocks off a better shot up the line.
The only reason I'm laughing is I've not seen a ball hit that hard when a guy's 2 feet away from the ball as fast as Agassi and not be able to react to it.
Fourth break point.
Korda thought that was wide. Thought it was long, actually. This is Wayne McEwen from Australia in the chair.
Agassi has put 2 first serves in here at a crucial time.
There's some good hitting going on out there.
That was a fine game. Agassi saved 4 break points to hold.
Good look at this tremendous turnout here on the stadium court tonight from up in the good old MetLife blimp. What's great about this match so far is that we've seen so many points won with great shots rather than errors. It's been really good quality tennis.
Well, I don't think the match will ever go down in history as one of the great percentage matches that have ever been played. But there have been so many spectacular winners that we've overlooked some of the pretty bad errors. So, I mean, that's what makes this match so entertaining. It's an entertaining match.
Errors in judgment?
No, just bad errors. I mean, Korda's made a couple of pretty bad mishits at times.
But also, Vitas, when you're taking those big chances and when you're making the big swings like that, when you make a mistake, you can look real bad, which is what's happened.
Well, I'm not talking, Barry, about the ones where he clips the tape or, just misses the line by a couple inches.
No, I know.
He's missed a couple by 6 yards, and I remember he hit one off the top of the throat that hit one about 3 feet in front of him.
Right.
But he's made so many spectacular and entertaining shots. That's why this match has been so much fun to watch. I mean, he shows some imagination out there. Whereas instead of most of the time you see everybody slugging the ball as hard as they can down the middle of the court until somebody finally hits it out. I think you really have to play it under these conditions to see how he hit a perfect angle shot, and that's so tough to get to, and the Korda makes a really good return back deep to him. Agassi was prepared for the half volley and just mishit it.
And Petr Korda holds, and he leads 4-3 in the second. On serve in the second set, Linda Pence right now with U.S. Davis Cup captain Tom Gorman.
Well, Tom, you must be pretty impressed with Andre's performance so far. How do you feel about this, looking ahead to the Davis Cup in a couple of weeks?
Well, I think that tonight's match everybody's watching might be the best match of the tournament so far. Down here close on the court, they're hitting the ball really hard. I think Andre's playing a really smart match. Korda's very streaky. Occasionally he's giving us some moon balls, moving the ball around, and not letting Korda get into that one groove all the time. And so far, I think that Andre's playing a really smart game.
What's impressed you most about Andre's game tonight?
Well, I think the fact that he's not trying to out-hit Korda on all the points, not trying to go to too many outright winners early on in the point. He's playing kind of slow-down tennis for Andre, and I think that's a smart game.
He'll be playing against Austria. One of their players, Thomas Muster, is a left-hander who hits very hard. Is this good preparation playing against Korda tonight?
Well, I think they play enough lefties during the year, so it's not a surprise. But Muster's going to be a tough customer, as everybody knows.
Now, how about this outfit? Will that be the official uniform for the Davis Cup this time?
I think that if I wore one of those, people would really be shocked. But that's Andre, you know, it fits him well.
Thank you, Tom. Back up to you, Ted.
Do you think people will be shocked if Tom Gorman wore that? Well,
I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to picture it in my mind. I've played Tom Gorman several times, and I'm just trying to think of Tom in that outfit.
you saw Nick Bollettieri there. Philip Agassi is not. He was just sent by Andre to get a new pair of shoes.
You can see there that he is not there. That is Dr.
Krickstein right behind
Nick Bollettieri.
Game, Agassi. 4-all.
Oh, an easy game for Agassi, and it's 4-all second set.
One of the reasons he may have gone for new shoes is maybe this one's the treads are a little worn and it's a little slippery. Maybe.
We saw Korda slip, but I think he slipped on the line. These lines, when you hit them on the full run, are slightly more slippery than the court surface itself. Having never run that much in a match, I'm not sure why I said that, but I saw you slip on the line sometimes.
Love 15.
Third double fault by Korda.
Definitely, Barry, there was a difference between the way you ran and I ran.
A little different styles.
Would have been nice to finish off the point as fast as some of these guys.
Big points here, 4-all. Korda does not want to let him win this one.
Good court sense by Petr Korda. He gets the ball deep, says that's a good time to come in, and it hits it into the open court with a nice punch volley. But that was won by just the feeling of the point. It's all natural.
Now here's the one chance for Agassi, a break point. If he wins it, he serves for the set. And those are the points where you think you'll find out a little bit about Petr Korda.
Varied the serves on those last 2 points.
Actually took a little bit of pace off the first serve. Smart play, especially on the add-out point.
And spun it out to the forehand.
Well, Korda survives, and we stay even. Second set. Folks, we just found out something about the 90s. When your shoelace breaks, you don't change the shoelace, you just change the shoes.
It's way
Get a whole new pair.
Way too complicated, man. The way they lace those shoes now, I can't figure it out. We see Agassi.
You got to put it through the plastic and underneath. Triple holes. And what happened to the day of that simple Dunlop Fort shoe where just 5 laces would do it, you know?
I know one thing, there are any number of places Andre could have gone here on the grounds of the tennis center to get a new pair.
Could have looked at my trunk.
Is almost dead even in terms of points right now. Agassi has won 4 more points than Korda has for the match.
14-15. Agassi.
5-all, second set.
5-all. Love 15.
Well, Andre thought it was long. No call. Let's have another look here now as he uncoils her.
Welcome back to the U.S. Open.
Memories, memories of the way things were.
As the mayor left town, guys.
That's when I was playing tennis.
All in the first set, Korda was broken. It is 5-all in the second. And 15-30.
And Agassi tries his first drop shot of the night on a tremendous angle. He was way off court. Now watch it, because Agassi right here goes off court, slices under the ball, tries a drop shot, but it goes wide.
Double fault number 4 and a break point for Agassi.
Agassi.
He may have uncorked his fastest serve of the night right there.
Somebody from the crowd yelled out, "Hey, Peter, relax." I haven't seen anybody this relaxed in a long time. Take a look at this backhand swing. Just sheer speed.
base linesman changed his call.
You didn't see that out? Oh,
no. Wayne McEwen from Australia getting a little battle fire experience here. He actually changed the call. The lines person changed his call.
So that makes this an old-fashioned do-over, huh?
Had a feeling he'd be under a little bit of scrutiny after that call. Try to pull the old ripcord on that one himself.
In this match, Korda has hit more than 3 times the winners of Agassi.
No, he mishit that two-hander. Boy.
For an audible obscenity, which was audible to all of us.
But I don't think that was the one that he got the audible obscenity for. He received it as he was walking away from the chair.
Just another night at the U.S. Open. That's all. Notice how the cheer, though, is a little higher pitched when Agassi wins a point.
Great shot.
Ball, boys.
And Petr Korda knew that he was caught here, but look at the shot he comes up with. Sneaks in behind it, gets jammed, and hits a winner from below the net, and then raised his hand as if to say, man, I was lucky, and he knew it.
Andre had hit back 2 bullets in return to Korda's shots.
Great game. And Petr Korda survives. It's 6-5 in the second. Stadium Court, this erupted between games.
Ken Farrar in the white shirt, that's Keith Johnson in the dark coat.
Tournament referee. give Agassi a point penalty. Or did they just rescind it? I believe that's what happened.
Quiet, please.
Oh, let's get a hold of this match. What's going on?
It's New York at night.
Seats, please.
Give Petr Korda some credit for having the right attitude towards all this.
But also, you know, they wanted the tennis professionals to become more professional and fine us for saying things and, you know, cracking your racket against the ground. And rescinding from a point penalty and then changing your mind and then